What's up everybody and welcome back to NASCAR 14. Today I'm going to be doing the Darlington race and I'm going to be using Joey Logano's 22 Pennzoil machine. He won the Texas race and like I said I'm going to be using the winner of the previous race, so that's who I'm using today. So just to give you guys a couple updates about what's going on with my NASCAR, Jeff sent me to a site where I can get vehicle setups and I went ahead and applied a vehicle setup to this car. And because I did that, I was able to up the difficulty quite a bit. So now the AI difficulty is at 85%, which is quite high. So we'll see how that goes. I've done a race with them at 85%, and it was challenging, but it wasn't impossible. So I think that's my comfort level. I went ahead and did qualifying, and I qualified first at the pole position. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do with the pole position in the start of the race. So we'll see how it goes. Darlington is a very tough track. And I'm really good at turns 1 and 2. 3, that's the questionable turn. If you can enter 3 correctly, then you can exit 4 correctly, and you should be fine. It's all about just doing it right. So I've ran about 3 or 4 races at Darlington off camera to get warmed up, to get practiced. So let's go ahead and see how it goes. All right, so we are here, and I'm going to say right now, I apologize if I don't talk at certain points. I am going to try to concentrate because I would like to actually win a race. Let's knock on wood. All right.
At your door, up top. Car outside, at your door. Clear up top.
All right, there we go. We're good.
Car in line with you.
Okay. I'm going to protect my inside line. If this guy's going to want to pass me, he's going to have to take the outside. So the one problem that I noticed with this setup is the car is extremely loose on the first couple of laps. It's very loose and it's very easy to spin out. It's very easy to lose it. So we're going to attempt to not do that. It's there's a lot of wheeling going on. There's a lot of just getting this car to do what I need it to do. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race. As long as we hit our marks and we do things properly, we should not have any problems. And that's just as long as we hit our marks and do things properly. Like I said, I ran a couple races before. I did one at 85%, and I got the pole in that race. And I, oh, shit hole.
We'll get him next time, buddy.
Okay.
Go high, go high.
All right, so that was not good. Wow, we had a couple of bumps there. I didn't see Kyle Busch got like the biggest run I've seen in this game, on this track. Okay, don't need to bump me when you're passing me on the inside. That corner was terrible.
Car inside, trying to get to your corner.
And this is where I do good. The corner 1 and 2 is where the AI just does not match up with this setup. But the problem is I'm not that good at 3 and 4, so that's where I have the trouble that I have. Oh, fuck me.
Nice and smooth. Concentrate.
It's going to call me a caution, and it's going to put me to the back of the fucking pack. Yeah, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to restart this race. I'm not going to have another race where I get pushed to the back of the fucking pack and I just sit back there the entire race. No, I got the pole position. We're going to give this another shot. It's just, that was bad. All right, let's give this another shot. I've done too many of these races, and I've had a lot of really great races off camera, and I'm not going to have a terrible one on camera again. So I'm just going to try to do what I said and be calm. And I was being calm, I was being patient, but I mean, Kyle Busch got the biggest run I've ever seen. He flew up on me. I didn't see him out of nowhere. So, yeah, like I said, corner 3, it's all about how you enter it, because if you enter corner 3 properly, then you can exit corner 4 properly, and you don't get that much, they don't get that much of a run on you. And 2 and 3 is where I have no problems at all. As you can see, look at this major gap that I'm getting between the AI. They slow down a lot on that corner. I don't. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna catch up on these corners. Fuck me.
Stay up top.
Shit. Oh god, did not mean to shoot up on the track like that. Fuck, I'm so glad they didn't hit me. I'm just gonna let them go by. But yeah, no, it's all about how, I mean, they're going to catch me on 3 and 4, and I'm going to catch them on 1 and 2, and it's just a matter of how big of a gap, if I can get back up to the front now, how big of a gap can I get and keep it so when I enter 3 and 4, they don't catch up to me.
Watch your mirror, he's coming up
So
fast.
that's going to be my goal, but now my goal is to try to attempt to work my way back up to the front. I shouldn't have a problem with that. I'm going to protect my inside. I'm going to try to get on the inside. 15.
Car outside.
All right, here we go. Now we're going to get a, we should get a, fuck. Why does that happen? That never
Car
happens.
approaching your rear.
I'm going to protect the inside line if this guy, like I said, the inside line, especially on corner 3 and 4, is where it's at. That's where if you're going to pass, you're going to pass. Well, that's not a good place to pass, but if that's where the AI is going to try to pass me, that's where they're going to try to pass me, so I'm going to make them go on the outside. So we are just going to try to get some positions on these guys. And like I said, if I have moments of silence, I'm concentrating a lot. I really would like to win this race, and I've already had one mishap of getting, you know, hitting the wall and getting thrown off the track pretty much.
And you're clear.
I'm just really glad that when I came back onto the track, I did not hit anybody. That was the best part about that, was I didn't cause an accident coming. I didn't mean to shoot back up on the track like that. It just kind of happened.
Watch your inside.
Fuck.
Looking inside.
Got really loose. This setup is really, really good, but it's so loose. It can get so loose.
He's coming low. Car inside.
I don't know how it's going to be later on in the race. I don't know how it's going to be, you know, 30 laps from now. But, I mean, all I got to do is just be able to hold on to this car. And if I can get up to the front and if I can get a good enough lead, then we're not going to have a problem at all. That's just if. That's what we're playing right now. We're playing the if game. So we are going to see how it goes. Like I said, I did a lot of races off camera, and I did good in those races. So I really don't want to get on camera and then do a terrible race. I mean, I won about 3 of the 4 races that I tried. So, and the only reason why I didn't win that other one was because I set it to 90% difficulty, and it was just too much. They were just, I couldn't keep up with them. So, and all I got to do is I just got to hit these. I got to hit 1 and 2 as hard as I can, because that's where I'm going to gain all my position on these guys. That's where I'm going to be able to catch up. This corner, I just have to not royally fuck it up, and I should be relatively fine. The tires are starting to warm up, which is good for this setup. This setup is very loose until the tires warm up, so the first couple laps are very crazy and hectic. But the tires seem to be warmed up now. I'm doing actually really good. No, you're not. You're not coming down.
At your door, up top.
All right, there we go. At least we caught the pack.
No one working the top.
The front pack at least. So, and then on this corner, hopefully I can get up. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up to
Right side's clear.
Kyle Busch up there. Brain is just scrambled because I'm trying to focus so much. It takes a lot to do these videos, to be honest. I mean, especially, you know, I'm trying to focus on driving and just hit my marks, and talking, you know, it's kind of the second nature thing. I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. I'm more focused on how I'm driving, not what I'm saying. So I apologize if what I'm saying makes absolutely no sense. I'm pretty sure you guys are just here to watch the race and not so much to listen to me jabber about whatever the fuck I'm talking about. Here we go, here we go. Come on, I'm going to get on the inside of Kyle Busch. And I think I got it. Yeah, he's going to try to come back down. No, you don't.
At your door.
All right. We're doing good.
Still outside.
We're doing good. We just got to relax a little
Lights all
bit.
clear, bud.
Be patient. And just remember how many laps we have to go. I don't think we're going to need tires. I don't think we're going to need fuel. I don't think there's going to be a caution. And I say that, but, you know, I don't actually know if there's going to be a caution. There might be. The AI don't seem to cause a caution, so as long as I don't cause one, there's not going to be a caution. So we should be fine. Should not have any issues. Can I get on the inside of them?
One outside.
Oh my god, had to brake really hard and make sure not to go into him. Holy shit. It is very hectic passing people on that third corner. Alright, now all we got to do is just work on Earnhardt Jr. here. Maybe I'm going to... I don't know, we have a big run on him. I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to let him take this corner. We got a lot of laps ahead of us. I'm going to let him... I'm not going to try to squeeze in there. I had a big run on him, but I wouldn't have been able to get in on the inside of him. I will be able to pass him here, though. Most likely. Because I can beat him off coming off a corner too, and I can kind of get my bumper in on the inside here, and then I can slam on the brakes. They go up into the wall themselves. I'm not even pushing. He had tons of room. He didn't need to go up in the wall like that, but he did.
Okay, 20 to go.
All right, 20 laps to go. We've worked our way back up to the front. Luckily, the field has kind of split up by now, so even if we do have a mishap, all we need to do is just make sure that we don't spin the car completely. If we do have a mishap, we need to make sure that we do not touch the wall. Touching the wall on this track is a very bad thing I've noticed in my time of practicing. When you touch the wall and you try to get off of it, you spin. So we need to make sure that we do not touch the wall. We just need to hit our marks, and we need to gain as many... We need to gain as much position as we can, as much track position away from the guy in second on the corner 1 and 2. So that way, like I said, because they're gonna beat me in 3 and 4. They're much better at 3 and 4 than I am, as you can see right now, hitting debris on the track. Much better at 3 and 4 they are, but I'm a lot better at 1 and 2. So it's...
They're waving halfway. Come on, let's do this.
It's the game of I beat them on one corner, they beat me on the other. So as long as we can get a little bit of a gap like that, we should be fine. And then we just have to hit our marks coming into corner 3 and 4, and we should be able to just keep working on extending the gap between us, and even if I do have a mishap, there will be enough of a gap that I won't need to worry about it. So also, if we can catch up to this lapper, the guy in front of us, if we can catch up to him and pass him, that is going to slow down these guys behind me. And man, that fucking debris is going to slow down those guys behind me, and I might be able to extend my lead even further. So we'll see if we can work on this guy. I think this is this Scott Speed? Is that who's driving the 95? And I think this is the 95. Huge run. Whoa. This guy must have a something wrong with his car. Or he just doesn't have a good car. Alright, so we can work as long as he's there. I mean, that might give a little bit of a slowdown to those guys in the back there in second and third place and everything. So that way, if we end up touching the wall, and that's my biggest concern, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to spin the car. I mean, I'm pretty confident on this track. The only thing is if you touch the wall, regardless of how confident you are, it's going to fuck you. So let's just, I think that debris has finally kicked its way off of the track. Let's just continue to extend our lead here. Looks like they're working on, yeah, it looks like they passed that lapper. So that didn't last too long. I didn't think it would. I thought it was just going to give me just a little bit of time to be able to extend my lead, and I'm doing a pretty good job at doing that. Now, the one thing about corner 3 is what it takes is you can't really, I mean, you really got to you got to let the car settle into the corner is what I've been learning. If you try to push yourself through that corner like with 1 and 2, you know, you're gonna crash. You're not gonna be able to do it. So when you come in, you got to brake, and then you got to just let that car settle where it wants to settle and get around that corner. Because otherwise, it's going to be way too much. And these tires are feeling really good. They're not slipping at all. This setup is very, very nice if the tires warm up. When the tires are cold, it's a very loose setup. It's a very loose, very scary setup, and that might explain why we had those bumps in the beginning, and why what happened. Looks like we got another lapper here. I think this might be the... I'm not really sure who this is going to be up here.
We having fun out there?
This might be the number 7. I'm not really sure. I kind of wish the standings in the top right would tell you who you're coming up on lap-wise as well. I kind of wish it was more of a relative meter, like in iRacing, than with... Oh, man. So our back rear tire is getting pretty low. We're going to have to be wary of that. We're going to have to remember that, because that is going to cause some issues. Luckily, we have 10 laps to go. Yeah, this is the number 7. Bar something, I think that driver's name is. But yeah, so that tire's getting very low, but luckily we have about 9 laps to go. So we can just, as long as we just keep the car safe, we should be fine. Everything should be good. And we seem to be doing all right. We seem to be doing all right. We seem to be doing fine. We're extending our lead with Earnhardt in second place. And there was the problem. All right, so with that happening, what happened is we ended up getting some damage on the front right there. And this is going to affect how we take these corners. So that is what I'm talking about when it comes to, and the car is completely different, which is the biggest problem. So now that that's happened, all these corners are going to be completely different. And I know this from experience because I've damaged that piece before, as you can see on the right-hand side there. I've damaged that piece before in a previous race, and it's going from one car to another. It's not the same at all. So it's a lot of different wheel inputs now. Gas and brake they're kind of the same, but wheel inputs is a lot different. So we will just see. Hopefully, I mean, we got to stay off the wall, because if that gets worse, as of right now, it's manageable, but if that yellow gets darker from us hitting the wall, it's going to get even worse.
6 to go.
And it's just going to get undrivable at that point. So we got Nemechek in here. Let's just get around Nemechek.
Clear right side.
All right. So we just got to make sure that we don't touch the wall. The wall, I think, once you're in first, once you have a lead, the wall is your biggest competitor when it comes to this track. So for some reason, a lot of tracks, yeah, you don't want to hit the wall. The wall's bad. But it's not the worst thing in the world if you hit the wall. In this one, for some reason on this track, I don't know if it's the angle, I don't know if it's the speed, I don't know what it is, but if you hit that wall, you're bad things. Really, really, really bad things. All right. We're doing pretty good, actually. We're doing pretty good. I think it's going to be manageable. I mean, we got a huge gap between the guy in second. I think he's hitting some lappers back there, and it's slowing him down. He seems to, as you can see that little pack on the map there, I think he's actually he's slowing down for something, I don't know. But yeah, no, we got a good gap between the guy in second. We just got to keep it that way. We only have a couple laps left. That back right tire is getting worse, but I'm not noticing any slip, so we should be okay. We only have 3 laps to go, so it should be fine. This is a really tough track, but it's really fun at the same time. I mean, the setup that I'm currently running is amazing. and I will try to link it in the description if I can where I got it. But if I'll try to link it in the description of the thread that Jeff linked me to find the setup. There's one guy on there that does a lot of setups, and they're really nice. So,
you having fun out there?
Yeah, we're having fun out here. I mean, we're doing actually pretty good. We got a big gap between the guy in second. And that's the thing is, like, you know, I did the race on 85% earlier, you know, and I didn't get this big of a lead, but I got a fairly big lead, and I bumped it up to 90, and that one little difference, it's like the same between the other race when I did, you know, 55 and 60. There's a big difference between that 5%. And on this track, that 85 is manageable. 90, they were running away from me. And I think 85 is pretty respectable difficulty, in my opinion. I mean, considering the fuck-ups we had, if that was on 90% with the fuck-ups in the beginning, oh, there wouldn't have been anything. So, and we did it.
Yeah, baby, yeah! Very, very impressive run, buddy. We're gonna let you buy dinner tonight.
Yeah, well, I will buy dinner, because that was amazing. And that was a really fun race. I mean, it was really challenging, and it was, you know, thanks to the setup and everything. I mean, I enjoyed it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well, and I hope you guys will enjoy me. No, I hope you guys will join me in the next video. My mind is fried right now. So I hope you guys will join me in the next video, if you would like to see more NASCAR, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.